Before we started pre-production, we learnt about the tripod, the camera, which ones we were using. They were called Blackmagics. We learnt how to put the cameras onto the tripod. We learnt what batteries to use, the Velox batteries, and how to put them on the camera. We also learnt how to use the exposure and change the white balance on the camera screen. We learnt about filming techniques, which were shooting in master and getting coverage. These techniques were stock and industry standard ways to shoot, and it's a quick way to shoot and a good way to catch all footage. The first step was to bring the camera up to the character's head height and then secure the spirit level to make the camera level. Position the camera where we wanted to shoot. We learnt about the 180-degree rule, so we didn't appear as if the person had shifted sides when we're editing it, and the rule of thirds to create a correct composition. Oh, for fucking fuck's sake. To begin with, we had to brainstorm our ideas for our opening title sequence. So our group spoke about these ideas in class, and then I went back and created a narrative action paragraph. This then we developed further the next lesson, and I created a bullet point list to make it a more clear, precise idea of every shot we needed. Then we decided it would be a good idea to create a more visual narrative to our idea so we could see it in an easier format. So I went back again and after talking to my group and created a storyboard. This was the first one. After making the rough storyboard, our ideas started to flow more and we wanted to start casting our film. So we chose a main character, nurse and doctor. I wrote this down and sent it to the group so we were all on the same page. We then moved on to starting to look at more in-depth storyboards, so they have more detail in them, and keep on jotting down ideas. Then we started with similar products so we could get more of a range of ideas which we could then copy and use in our film. So I did 13 Reasons Why, Big Little Lies, From the Watchtower, Clueless, Sherlock Holmes, and then Sam started Katrina, which was a Hurtwood House film, but didn't have time to finish it. These are pictures and emails from the landlord at Reigate, where we wanted to film our opening title sequence, and she agreed to let us. Ludo, this is rough storyboard 3, so it's even in more depth of all our ideas before and another storyboard. Ludo did a research page into GoPro, which you'll see later on in this clip. We then created a practice shoot, which we filmed at Hurtwood House to just get an idea and practice into the editing. Sam edited it and Ludo filmed it and I directed it. Some more similar products which I've written down from Big Little Lies, which had a car scene in it. This was an example of a previous group that had created one at our school, so we analysed this one. This was a POV shot which we didn't know if we wanted to use from Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad used loads of POV shots. This is Sam's Katrina. And then Ludo moved on to doing a GoPro research page, because we didn't know if we wanted to use a GoPro or not in our car scene, because we didn't know how to get the cameras, so this was a research page. And then this is just continuing with all the similar products I wrote down. Then this was a page that we wanted to just write down all the shots we wanted to get in the car based on all the similar products. This was the page that Ludo got pictures of a cottage which he had access to for our possible film location. This is the most detailed storyboard out of all of them, and it's just got every shot that we wanted, and I created this one. I then wrote to Elizabeth, who's costume director at our school, and she let us borrow some of her costumes for our film. And then this is the last of the similar products and ideas. And that is everything that made up our film from the pre-production.